What's up guys, here with another video, and in this video I'll be talking about I ran 100 miles in 1 week, right? Challenge. So I know that like once in a while you gotta come up with challenges just to keep this YouTube motivated stuff, but I'll be uploading more videos, some interesting videos, because my channel's just been dying, right? I'm just too lazy to upload video, but I just tell you like what I have been doing, for the past few weeks. So I know that I'm not having a job yet. I'm still don't know when I'm gonna hire. So since I have a lot of free time, I might as well, tackle, challenges, before, this opportunity is gone. Right? Yes. So when I keep tackling more challenges and if I keep uploading this YouTube, you take that as a motivation and get to your dreams, man. Like, just don't quit, right? Just don't quit, man. Never quit. Always stay positive and you'll get to your promised land, right? I know nothing's impossible, but I know that I've been running, like 50 miles, in one day, 50 plus mile, right? So I was thinking that if you're gonna run 100 miles in a week, that should be, pretty easy, right? No, it actually, sounds hard. So to order have 100 miles, 1 week, and if you're running 50 miles in one day, you just have to do it 2 times, and that will definitely bump it up to 100, right? Or you're running like almost like 4 marathons, right? Which every pretty much like 1 in 200 people can do, right? In a single day, run like 26 miles. So how did I run over 100 miles, in a week, right? So I figure out, I try to go this challenge and stuff, and so let me use the calculator real quick. So 100 miles. Okay, so yeah, I'm using the iPad right now. So if you take 100 divided by 7, you technically have to run at least 14 miles a day, right? Yes, 14 times 7 will give you like 98 miles. So someday you gotta run a little bit more than 14 miles just to cover up, those 2 extra miles, right? You're technically running like half a marathon, every single day. More than half a marathon, indeed, right? So what strategy did I use, and how many? If you're struggling, to run a lot of miles, and if you're trying to break 100 miles, just like build up slowly. Or if you're planning to break 100 miles in a week right now, I suggest you stick within the 14 or 15 miles per day. If you run 15 miles, every single day, you're definitely going to get to 100 in no matter what, right? Without taking a single day off, right? Yeah, I ran like one whole straight week, like at least 10 miles per day, right? So when does the week challenge begin? You're not telling me, enough detail. Let me tell you more detail. So I started my challenge, on Sunday, March 21st. If you look at the March calendar, I know it's March Madness. I start running from Sunday, to the 21st of March through all the way up to the 27th. So that's one whole week right there. One whole, week. Just in that one little week, right? I know that I could have run more miles if I want to, but I don't want to. So I'll explain everything in detail, like how did I survive, 100-mile challenge? Was it easy? Was it hard? What did I do, right? Obviously, like I typically when I train, or typically when I practice, I usually run like about 20 miles at minimum to like up to 35 miles. So this time I'm tripling up the workload, and yeah, it's very dangerous to run so many miles because you can get injury. It's gonna like, you know, deplete your body. You're gonna get overtrained. You're gonna wear out your body fast. I'm not gonna do this every single week, because technically, because it's too much time consuming, right? And it's best for me to do it now because if it gets to summer, it'll be really hot. I have to run, in this stinking, like very hot weather, so it's gonna be very hard to run. So I rather run, inside the right weather. Right now it's spring right now, so the weather looks very right, but the area I'm living in, like it gets hot very soon. Like it's already like 80 degrees already. So I may plan, I avoid running, in the very, bad weather stuff. So yeah, environment, what matters too. And also I have to eat a little bit more than I usually do, is because I'm burning up more calories. You gotta feed yourself, enough, nutrition, something like that. And yeah, I just I just have to feed myself, like a little bit more to have enough energy to sustain. Because if I don't eat enough, then I'm absolutely gonna go bonk, right? Just like what happened to every single people who attend marathon, they always go bonk, in the middle of a long race, because their body's just out of fuel, right? Just didn't store enough calorie, to burn it, right? So yes, so let me go over Sunday, March 21st. So on that day, I ran a total of 20 miles, right? Did 4 sets of 5 miles, right? So how hard do I run, if you want to sustain a 100-mile challenge, right, in a week? So technically, I run a lot at an easy pace. Yeah, it's just similar like running marathon, like you have to run slow, if you want to survive, a lots of mile. Yeah, like don't go fast, like, oh, boom, I'm gonna sprint and like get over with. You sprint like the if you run hard or sprint like for the next few miles, like by the time you get to like, you're gonna be all fainted and you're not gonna complete 100 miles. That's not how it works. Like, I try to conserve as much energy as possible. Yeah, because you know that when you run faster, you use up more stamina and energy, right? So yeah, so on Sunday, on the first 15 miles I ran on Sunday, I averaged around an 840 minutes per mile pace, right? I mean, whether you like this video or not, I'll post like every single run, that I did, in, on that week, to prove to you that you use a calculator, you add all the runs I did, and it should add up to at least 100 miles, right? So what kind of watch did I use to keep track of all my mileage? I use the Garmin watch, I use the Apple Watch. I always use two watch, to run, right? For some reason, I like the, using multiple watches, just to like, just to be, very accurate, when it comes to running and stuff. Yeah, I've been using an Apple Watch, and it's been, really recording, my heart rate and everything like that, right? Yeah, like I said, man, like I always have to run slow and I have to keep my heart rate low too, right? Sometime in the middle run, sometime when I see my heart rate goes really high, then I definitely have to, slow down, right? Or take, deep breath to order, not to have a heart attack, or not to go, to faint, middle run, because we don't want that. And then the last 5 miles of Sunday, I got really tired, and so I did like, a very light jog, and my legs were hurting, so, and I felt sore already, man. Even though I took breaks in between. The reason why I never do a 10-mile run, in one run, is because I always take break in between to give my body some rest, so it can, have the energy to run again, right? Yeah, that definitely prevent me from injuries and stuff, right? And then on Monday, like my legs feel so sore because I ran 20 miles, with slow pace and with break in between. So I only ran 5 miles on Sunday. That is a surprising thing, man. You go to every single week on my run, every single week, every single day, 10 miles and above in running, except for Monday. Monday's 5 miles, yeah, because I did not feel good, so I only decided to run 5 miles, right? And then, once, I get all, once I feel better, on Monday, which is, March 22nd, 2021, 5 miles. Then on Tuesday, let's see. So I ran 520 miles again, right? Just to make up, just to keep on track, because if you add Sunday and Monday, they're only 25 miles so far. So 25 miles for 2 days is definitely, it's not gonna put me, in the 100 mile. It'll take averaging 8 days. So Tuesday make up for it. I ran another 20, miles. And yeah, I did, did a little bit walking stuff because my legs were fiercely, was like really tired. I did like a fast walk, or, or strong walk can count as running. So my average pace, my slowest average pace, for like Tuesday running was like a 16:32 minutes per mile pace. Yeah, that's technically a fast walk. It's slower than 4 miles per hour. So, but then my two strongest run on Tuesday was right at the 9 minute mile pace, like 8:55, 10:30, 10:50, something like that, right? So how do you run like 20 miles in a day? So I did like 10 miles right after breakfast, and 10 miles right after lunch. So it's 20-20. So it's 10-10, right? So it's give you 20 miles. That's the same thing I did on Sunday. And also during my 100 mile run, I always run in different locations, so I don't get bored running the same location over and over again. Because if I keep, that's another thing, man, how to survive, how to run so many miles in a week. It's just that you just don't run the same location over and over again, because if you keep running the same location over and over again, then you're gonna get bored, and eventually it just makes you want to quit running very soon and give up the challenge, right? That's how I do it. I try to run in like a new location, try to run slow, distract my mind so I can prevail over these high mileage, right? And then on Wednesday, like I did, same thing, run different location, and I run a total of 15 miles, right? There was some set, where I didn't run 5 miles. I only run like 2.5 miles, right? 2 times. 2.5 miles, running that twice will add up to 5 miles eventually. So I know that definitely, 5 miles of, 20 times will give you 100, but because sometimes I want to run short, because sometimes, because I was feeling really tired. Sometimes, when my leg feel a little sore, when I start feeling, like I just want to quit running, sometimes I only do 2.5 miles, give myself a break, so that way, you can do that too, right? You can run like very short sets and then rest in very short sets. That's fine too, right? Yeah, you cannot always run long, because you just do whatever what your body needs. You just try to listen to your body, and don't abuse it, right? So okay, let me read Wednesday. So on Wednesday, my average mile pace, if I add 15 miles together, it's slower than the 12-minute mile pace. Yeah, because starting in the midweek, of the running, my legs feel like really hurt and like sore. I feel tired. Like it just this is a very crucial part, because my average pace is slowing down, and because my body wants to. It's saying that my body wants to quit running, right? I feel tired. It's like I'm running a lot slower, and trying to conserve energy is doing nothing, and it makes me want to quit, right? Because like so much motivation, and I see like so many people become successful, and my body keep telling me to quit running, and I was about to quit running, like come on, and my mind tell me, it's like, stop quitting, don't quit, keep going, right? There's just a wall, or or when you prevail or run too or exercise too much, you like hit the wall, right? Your mind said like, no, like you have to go past through the wall, right? Make yourself feel strong, right? Yeah, I don't care, if my body, I don't care if I redline or not, I'm still gonna continue running, right? I will not give up. I tell my body not to give up, man. Don't give up, man. Like, just keep going, man. You're at the halfway point, right? So by the end of Tuesday, I ran like 45 miles. Yeah, I need to add, as the days go on. So by Wednesday, mid of a week, it's 60 miles, right? I'm like at the halfway point and I was feeling fatigued. And I just say, you gotta go the other half. And just keep going and don't stop. Okay, and then, Thursday is another tough day, right? But however, Thursday was a really weird day. And I have to tell you why. All of a sudden, like, once it became Thursday, my body suddenly feel like very good, very strong. Like, I don't feel hardly any soreness, and I start running, picking up the pace, running at the ease pace, without feeling, too sore, right? Yeah, because all that stress, that my body had, throughout, in the middle week, during the run, it feels like stress, feels sore, so my body, react to it, and then, it make adjustments, so I became stronger, and I can, like, still run, even if I'm feeling tired, or my body feel, fatigued, a few days ago, like I know that when you take days off, you rest faster, but I was running, during my resting time, and my body still somehow recover from that. It's like it's getting a lot stronger and it's adapting very well. So Thursday, like the body, and when the body just listens to the mind, like it got so motivated, like it just doesn't want to quit, right? So I ran 20 stinking miles again on Thursday, at an average pace between 9 minutes per mile to 850 minutes per mile. So why do I run around like a 9-minute mile pace? That's technically, my easy mile, right? My easy pace, when it comes to mile running, right? Yeah, everybody has a different, easy pace. You shouldn't compare other. You have a different easy pace than compared to my pace. If you're faster than me, or if you're better run than me, then your easy pace should be faster. And if you're slower than me, and slower than me in long distance, then your easy pace should be, slower, right? And then, by Thursday, I went from 60 miles to 80 miles, right? By Thursday, and I know that there's only like 2 days left in the week, and I have like 20 miles left. So I was thinking, like, yeah, I run hard on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I ran a total, no, not no, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday are the toughest day, that I ever did running, in a week. All 3 days are 20 miles. Monday is the easiest, like 5 miles, yeah, because like I said, I feel so much soreness from Sunday, and then Wednesday is only, 50 miles, right? Yeah, so I want to get all the hard miles, out of the way, so that way, I have all the easy mile at the end of the week. So that way, my body is slowly, like getting, less workout, because we do the hard one, in the beginning, so that way, to get over with, so that way, when I run less mile, then the body, can recover a bit quicker, on that stress level that I'm putting on my body, right? Like, the stress level that my body has never, deal with before, right? So Friday, Saturday are both very easy. It's much easier to, to run 10 miles in a day than comparing running 20 miles, in a single day. It is much easier if you double, deadline, right? Still have to run the same 20 mile, but 2 days instead of 1 day. That's why I did all 20 miles on Thursday. So that way on Friday and Saturday, I can do chill out, right? I can just, chill out and do, like whatever, I need, to relax myself. And on Friday and Saturday, you know, coincidentally, I hang out with, you know, Ashwin and, you know, my best friend, you know, Murtaza, right? Yeah, I was happy. And on Friday, you know, like, I feel like, yeah, I'm not feeling tired anymore, you know. And I start running, you know, a little bit harder, you know. So my average pace, you know, I did 2 sets of 5 miles run on Friday. Well, I did four, you know, on Thursday. Well, Friday, you know, I did 2 sets of 5 miles run. I did one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So finished both exact time of 38:16, average pace 7:39 minutes per mile or 7:38 minutes per mile. So now, you know, like I start running, you know, sub 8 minute miles, you know, for 5 mile run, right? So I start running a little harder, yeah, because I know that the 100 mile challenge is almost ending, so I start picking up the pace really fast, right? And then on Saturday, you know, like I'm almost at the finish line, you know, I got only 10 miles left because by the end of Friday, I already finished 90 miles in running. So Saturday's the easy day, you know. Don't have to run over 10 miles, just have to run at least 10 miles to finish off the 100 mile. So like I said, I finished 10 miles, you know, in the morning, 2 sets of 5 miles in the morning. So I did like a 5 miles, you know, warm up around like an 8:57 minutes per mile pace. And then last but not least, what did I did in the last 5 miles? Did I did something crazy? I kind of did something crazy, man. I kind of did something special, you know, that I really want to do. I really want to go fast at the end, man, just to make myself excited, just to make you guys excited, man. And you'll be shocked like how fast, you know, I run for the last 5 miles. After running 95, you know, stinking mile, you know, and then the last 5 miles was hard. I decided to go hard on it, and it was, you know, kind of too warm for me, you know, for running. It was like 70-degree rain when I last run, you know, 5 miles, and I made those last 5 miles really tough, you know, just to show you and prove you that I have enough energy to run another 10 to 20 miles, you know, added to the 100 miles, right? Just imagine if I didn't run so hard, you know, in the last 5 miles, I would have run a lot more, but I do. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to injure myself and I don't want to run too much. Don't want to. Yeah, because all I do is just conserve my energy throughout the week, and then I decided, you know, to use some of it up to, you know, to strengthen my running, you know, on the last 5 mile run. So my last 5 mile run, you know, of the week, you know, of March 20, of the third week, the fourth week of March, yeah, from the 21st, 27th. So I ran 5 miles in 33 minutes and 11 seconds. And how fast is that? That's actually a 6:38 minutes per mile pace, or on my phone it said like I run like an average pace of 6:37 minutes per mile pace. How fast is that? That's so the last 5 mile I definitely ran at a sub 3 hour marathon pace, right? The sub 3 hour marathon pace is the 6:50 pace, right? Because I tell myself that I gotta make those last 5 miles of the 100 mile challenge, you know, special. You gotta run really quick, get at least sub 6:50 pace per mile, and I got down to a 6:37 or 6:38. And that's definitely, if you run a 6:30, you know, a 6:40 minutes per mile, that's like running at 9 miles per hour, man. That's still really quick for a lot of people, right? Yeah, and I cannot consider that as an easy run. That's more like a tempo run for me, right? That's a tempo workout. And after that run, like, yeah, I definitely felt, you know, really tired. And a few hours later, I start feeling good again, you know, and stuff, right? So I've been resting for like 2 days already, 2 or 3 days away from running, and I definitely have to give my body a break because 100 mile was a lot. Because, you know, every time when I train for running, I always run like 6 or 5 times a week and give myself one day rest. But since I've been doing, you know, whole loads of running, then I have to give myself a little bit longer rest, when running, so that way, my body can quickly, gain strength, and that way, like running that insane amount of a week. So that is really insane. So yeah, I not gonna lie to you, but I did, walk in between. Yeah, cause like I said, it's not because I want to. I just don't want to ruin my body, right? Because if I'm injured, who knows? I might have to wait for like weeks and months, to recover from injuries, and recover from injury sucks. Yeah, because you cannot exercise for so long, and now it limits you from doing everything, right? Which you really don't want, right? Yeah. So anyway, I'll show you all my snapshots of all my running, for that week. And if you add all my sets of running, that week, it should definitely be 100 miles. So let's go to the calculator and what the calculator has to say for itself, right? Okay, so here's Sunday. So Sunday I did 20 miles, and then Monday I did, okay, then I had Tuesday another 20 miles, and Wednesday another 15 miles, Thursday 20 miles. See, I did 20, 20, 20, 3 sets of 20 miles with 5 and 15, so 80, and I add another 10. That's a Friday. That's my Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday all the way to Saturday. Then Saturday is 10 miles, and that's 100 miles right there. So thank you, for watching the video. I seen a lot of light runner do 100-mile challenge, and they can do that easily, right? But for me, it was a little bit challenging, but when I keep getting stronger every single day, and it work towards my goal, if I keep getting better every day like this, then soon 100 miles will be like pretty piece of cake, right? Yeah, and I've seen like people can run 100 miles in one day, but running in a week much easier. But just imagine if you have to do it in one single day, like it's gonna be like impossible. Like it's not gonna be hard, but I say impossible. That's how difficult it is to run 100 mile. So yeah, so I want to end of video here. Enjoy my screenshot of my runs, and I may put like splits, like how fast I run each mile, right? Yeah, because when I run a whole sets of 5 miles or 2.5 miles, it only average out the pace. But if you look at splits, it's much better that way. So that way you can see like which miles the strongest stuff, right? Let me give you a tip, like how are you going to last like very long miles and stuff like that, right? Let me give you a quick tip before I ended off this video. So what did you do to to last 100 miles, even though I have enough stamina for it, right? That it's the same thing like a mile. Like every time you go quarter by quarter, like how this workout things, right? This is very similar to running a mile, but now I'm running miles like 100 times longer, except it's doing 1 week. So that every time when you pass a that when you go a quarter of the way, that should be your warm-up, right? Yeah, like conserve as much energy as possible, because when you run a quarter way of your goal, then yeah, you should definitely try to run slow in the beginning, right? And then when you get to the halfway point, then that's where fatigue starts to break in, and this is exactly where my weakness is. Always like second quarter or third quarter, you know, of a race or of a goal race, right? My second lap and the third one are always my weakest point, right? Except, you know, my weakest running point, you know, of the week, you know, of the 100-mile challenge was between 25 miles to 45 miles to 50 miles, right? Yeah, because when I got the halfway point, like everybody started feeling tired, but you have to use your, you know, strong mentality to tell yourself never quit. Like, don't let that fatigue fool you, man. Try to find a way you'll recover and revive yourself so you can prevail, you know, all the way up to the 100% of that goal. Yeah, the third, you know, like third of a way, you know, of 100 miles is between 50 miles to, you know, 75 miles the third quarter. The third one is always very crucial, you know. Yeah, I just start, you know, feeling, you know, very bad fatigue, and then the fourth one is when I start feeling, you know, very strong, you know, and use up every single ounce of my energy to get through, you know, the last part of the 100. The last part of the 25 miles was definitely easy, yeah, because I know that I don't have to conserve any more energy, you know, even though I lasted, you know, 3 quarters already, 3 big giant quarters of 25 miles, right? Yeah, and then, you know, once I get to like a 10-mile point, and once I get to 5 miles, so once I get to like very low, those 5 miles, then I'm gonna run like 6-minute mile, not 6 flat exactly, but running, you know, just right under, you know, a sub 3-hour marathon, which I plan, you know, to break very soon, and hopefully that will gonna happen, and I believe it's gonna happen, man. Right? Yeah, and if I do that with so much fatigue running 100 mile, if just imagine, like, that's like a fifth of a way. That's 5 miles is like just right a little under, you know, 1/5 of a marathon. If I wasn't tired and take away the heat, if you take away all that negativity, then I could run a 650-mile pace for much longer, you know, distances. Right? And now, you know, because I run so many miles now, my body gets to use, you know, to like runs all the time, so it can manage, you know, pace, you know, for longer, you know, a period of time, right? So this is a very good exercise. So yeah, I mean, my journey does not end here. I will gonna take down more challenges. I will make more interesting video. I know it's a long talk throughout the video because I want to show you about my expression, you know, how I went through, you know, 100 miles, right? The reason why I have to share you this is because, man, because I know that you guys want to be as good as me, right? And share your experience so that way, you know, you don't make the same mistake as I do, or that way you prepare, you know, like, you know, how tough is this challenge? Don't think this challenges are never easy, to be honest. Not gonna lie to you, man. It's actually hard. And if you talk to an experienced person, you know, how they deal with this challenge, you should be prepared, you know, if you're planning to tackle this challenge, right? Yeah, I know that I'm a crazy guy, but hey, you know, I only got one life, man. I gotta do, you know, what's best for me, so I gotta peace out here. I gotta, you know, end the video, and I'm tired, and thank you for listening, you know, 30 minutes of this video. I wish this video was short, but I'm slow when it comes to explanation, but I'll try to do better than that next time, so peace out.